Whatever you did, it's working.
Okay, let's try this one more time. I see Gina in the green room clapping, so it's Michael's fault. Okay, just to make sure, please tell me if you can hear me. How frustrating is this?
Well, thank y'all for sticking with us through this fun times we're having here.
Okay, I think we're good. So we're going to start from the top. Hello, guys. Bob here for TNL Network. Thank you for joining us for Tuesday Night Live. And on behalf of our entire TNL Network crew, we want to thank you again for watching and supporting our shows and channels. Tonight, we visit one of our favorite returning featured guests who we love having on at least once a year. She always brings the energy and laughs, and tonight will be no different. We hope. Her smile lights up any room she enters, her charisma is infectious, and her sweet demeanor makes everyone feel welcome. Stick around, and if you have ever thought about being Santa in a big box sporting goods store, you'll want to listen up. Tonight, she will be talking placement jobs, insurance, and so much more. This segment of tonight's show is brought to you by North Pole Cornerstones, a new, unique, and entertaining 4-day educational experience. This is Tuesday Night Live. All right, and I see a quick message over there. Bob Churchwell, yes, this is the night that Gina is on. So 1 year ago, we set out on a journey with closest of friends, and it did not disappoint. We ate, we swam in the Gulf, and laughed till we cried. Those memories from my and Carol's 50th wedding anniversary was ones we will never forget. And yes, this man and his bride was right there to help make it special. Everyone, please say hello to Spangle.
Did it not switch over to him?
No, it did not.
What else is going to happen to me tonight, man?
Hello, Bob. Hey, it was really crazy when we were out there at the Gulf, and I still feel like I need to go there still this year, okay?
Yeah.
Remember how far out you could go and in the water? But then when we walked down a little ways and we walked out the pier, remember the sharks that were in that same water?
I know, and about the same place that we could walk out to, and you kept trying to get me to go deeper, and I kept thinking, I don't know if I want to go out there or not. A shark might bite me. And then one of them little sucker fish got a hold of my toe, and I like to jump clean out of the water.
Hey, we got your missus out in the water too. That was
Yes,
great.
we did. It was a great time, and it was 1 year ago, and we are jonesing for Navarre Beach.
Yeah. I honestly, and I know there's so many places, Branson, Texas, the East Coast, the West Coast, there's so many places that are so beautiful. But I'm really thinking it's hard to beat Navarre Beach. And that whole, like when you cross over or before you cross over into Navarre Beach or into Navarre, that whole gives you that island feel.
Yes, it does. And and it's not just particularly Navarre because you've got Pensacola, and you got, all the other beaches along that through Panama City. But anywhere along that inner Gulf Bend, the Big Bend region of Florida, where the sand is pure white like sugar, is absolutely gorgeous. The water is so blue, the sands are so white. But what makes Navarre special, and we spoke of this before, that one hotel is the only hotel on that portion of the island for miles and miles. And it's so private feeling. I saw a video earlier this week from, I think it was Panama City, and there was hundreds of people. Of course, it was elbow to elbow hotels along that stretch. And there were so many people out there. I mean, you couldn't even enjoy yourself. There were so many folks. And we almost had the beach. I mean, what would you say? There might have been 20, 25, 30 people any given day there on the beach?
Yeah, but they were all from the hotel.
From the hotel, exactly right.
I mean, it was like private beach almost.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not going to say there's anything that could stop a person from walking down through there or anything like that, but it was just nice and didn't have to worry about people acting foolish.
It certainly.
Other than Spangle.
Okay, so what? Moving along, we've had a tough start. I just got to tell everyone, Spangle was running a little bit late. He had a little bit of trouble, and so maybe it was meant to be that things didn't open up right until Spangle got here. I mean, maybe you're the magic touch we needed, Spangle.
Hey, all right.
So everyone say hello to who is having a really tough night, because things don't go right, she gets upset quickly. But she's got a smile on her face. Angela Mack over here.
Hey, let's see that new shirt. Wow. There you go. I still got the wrong one on. I got to go switch.
Thanks to Spangle.
Yeah.
New logo for 2026, guys. By request from Santa Doug. He said, get rid of the cowboy font. Let's do something new.
My camera's not as good as
And Doug actually designed that logo for us with a little bit of a change by us, mainly by the printer. But man, do we love it. It's really, really, really nice. And thank you, Spangle, for having it done and sending it to us in a box in the mail. Okay. I think we're settled in. I think we can kind of go ahead and let's tell folks, that sometimes things are, when tough gets going, they're going to get tough. So here we are. YouTube. Don't forget about our YouTube channel. We do have, let me look over here real quick and see. I can't tell how many is on YouTube. Let's see. It's not giving me that breakdown number tonight. Usually it's right there where I can see it, but it's not there. So
it's a bunch.
22 on YouTube, 17 on Facebook at this point. Total of 39. I don't know if we lost anyone when we had to go out and come back in, but we're here now, and we're glad you're here with us. So don't forget to go over to our YouTube, the Tuesday Night Live Show 1225. Catch up on any show you might have missed and some of the antics that seem to keep biting us in the butt. And the first half of tonight's TNL show trivia is brought to you by School of Santa's 2026, hosted by Spangle in picturesque Ozark Mountains, Branson, Missouri, where fun and education meets. Let's see if this video plays correct. We'll be right back if it does.
The first half of the TNL show is brought to you by SchoolofSantas.com. School of Santas is a premier educational opportunity where fun and education meet each year in scenic Branson, Missouri. In 2026, our keynote instructor will be Joe Barney. Tuition is $499 for 4 days of classes, Thursday the 16th through Sunday the 19th. Every July, over 100 Santas and Mrs. Clauses, along with a few elves, gather in the Ozarks to learn the latest skills offered by a whole host of professional instructors. Education by day, with fun and entertainment by night. Meals and in-house entertainment, as well as 2 Branson theater shows are included. For more, or to secure your place at School of Santas, contact Tanya Lay at 800-432-4202 or email her at bransonticket.com. Remember, contact Tanya Lay at 800-432-4202 before it's all sold out. Now, back to the show and our out-of-this-world crazies, Bob, Spangle, and everyone's favorite producer, Angela Mack.
All right, Spangle. Gina just informed us that she wants to give away a membership right here. So not only is this good for a name in the hat for School of Santa's 2026, it's good for your name in the hat for North Pole Cornerstones 2026. These are drawings that we will be having in the future, and a membership to Nationwide Santa. So this is a triple shot tonight, guys. All right, over to you, Spangle.
All right, hold on a minute. Hold on. Hey, I want that membership with okay, Angela, can you put this in the hat, please?
Sure thing.
Please put that in the hat. That membership, now there's something to have right there.
Telling you,
I'm
it sure
telling you.
is.
Yes. And let me tell you about the School of Santas right now. We're like 70 people. That's like 2/3 of the way full already, people. I
We're a
mean,
month out. We're only a month away from. We just had it a month ago.
yeah, yeah. So it's one of the hottest tickets out there, I think. But anyways, in the movie Home Alone, who is Fuller, and why does Kevin not want to sleep with him? And who is Buzz, and what pet does he have?
You got to be kidding me.
What?
My trivia screen thing that I made is gone.
Oh goodness.
Now,
We have got some gremlins going on tonight, Spangle.
All right. So in the movie Home Alone, who is Fuller? And I could say me.
I found it.
And why does Kevin not want to sleep with him? And who is Buzz? And what pet does he have? Now you know what? I'm kind of thinking here. I know we have this restricted 18 and over, but why does Kevin not want to sleep with him? I mean, come on, Bob.
Oh yeah, really.
All right, guys, get it together. Okay, let's get on with this thing here. Tonight's featured guest lives, works, and plays in the big city of Las Vegas, but has friends nationwide and beyond. She has an office full of help, and don't fret. She will put you to work too. If you give her the opportunity, one of our industry's most beloved and trusted personalities, please, and we say please, please, put your hands together and give a loud and boisterous Minnie Pearl howdy.
Hi.
Hi, Gina.
Howdy. I need a hat with a price tag on it.
Now,
You
Gina, we
do.
want to say this is a new platform for us, and we know nothing about it yet. So if we flip people around or whatever happens, bear with us, please.
It's funny you mentioned that, Spangle, because we were back in the green room before you showed up, and I was trying to explain to Gina that we had changed platforms, and I was kind of telling her some of the new features that we had, and she looked at me and she says, "Bob, that's all technical. I don't understand none of that."
You're
I don't
right.
understand. I can do it. I'm a visual person if you show me, but if you're going to tell me, I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, obviously we don't understand any of it either.
And
Well, you
it's
learn as you go.
Yeah. And I was hoping to be home earlier. That way I could have munched on another big plate of bacon.
I'm surprised you don't have a big plate of it there. You did last time.
I just got in, yes.
Okay.
Hey, change shirts during the commercial.
No, I haven't. I still got this one on.
Oh,
I haven't changed. Mine's red.
I thought you changed
I
already.
like your. I wore my shirt too. I have my retro Santa chewing bubblegum shirt on today.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back to TNL, or as Spangle likes to say, our annual nationwide night with bacon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Before we get started a little bit, I'm sorry, Bob,
Go ahead.
because she threw that out there, that prize out there. Why don't we tell people what that membership would include?
Well, wait. You're going to get there in a second.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
He hasn't read the script yet. He's just got home.
I know you're ahead of us.
Leave it to Spangle. Always throwing things into the
I don't
mix.
ever read it.
Okay.
Okay, so we always like to start off with the question of how you and the whole nationwide crew is doing. Anything new going on within the office crew?
You know, we upgraded our computers this year, actually. So we have So that's why we're doing this in my office. Before I didn't have sound. My computer never worked for these shows.
Hey, welcome to our
I was
world.
always Tony's office, but I meant this is my office. So we're in my office. I have new computers for all the girls. It's Windows 11, and we had to figure out a few things there. I think we upgraded a few things around here, but I do have the staff. The staff that I have there. There's 6 of us in here, which is me, and then my sister. She's already left for the day, but we were trying to figure out how long these girls have been working with. Tony's been with me since 2010, so that's how long she's been with me, and then we have Julie, who works on the membership. She's been with me since 2017. Didn't realize that. Raylene, who's here tonight too, she's been with me since 2018, although Raylene's my daughter and she's really been in the business since day one, since she was little. She's been with me along on it. We have Donna, who was here also. She's been with me since 2022. Donna is one of my friends through poker, and she was looking for a side job and came in the Santa business, and she's from Rhode Island, and she likes to call my business Nationwide Santers because I guess in Rhode Island they put an R at the end of everything.
They do.
So that's I know it's not Santers, it's Santas. And then Marley is new to the staff. A lot of guys have received emails, or Santas and Miss Claus received emails from Marley. She's new here. I've known her for a couple of years, and she's one of Raylene's friends, and she's a great addition to our staff.
That is super, super cool.
So, Gina, I'm glad to hear that you say you upgraded your computers, and now that means I need to keep up with the Joneses, and I probably need to upgrade my computers now, too.
Yes.
Because I got 3 screens here. I got one here, one over here, and one up here. But the one over here, I got whiteout all over it, trying to cover my mistakes when I type.
Yeah, well, we don't have, that's the wrong whiteout.
Hey, anyways, membership to Nationwide Santas has its perks. Tell everyone how they can join if not a member and what benefits come with the membership as far as the BG checks, etc.
Well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
And what goodies come with your membership packets.
I'm so glad you asked that because Julie, who's been working with me since 2017, is here in the office, and she is actually working on the memberships, and she's going to come in here to let you know a little bit about our memberships. This is Julie.
Hi, Julie.
I know. I just spoke to her and I said, little did you know when you came in for your interview, 7 years ago, that you don't be working here. And when she came in there for the interview, the very first time she came in, we put her to work. We're like, when can you start? She was like 17 at the time. Well, now. I said, you want to work now? Okay. And we used to do the memberships where we would type the membership card and laminate it. The paper, we did colored paper and laminated it. So we've come a long way since then. But this is Julie.
Yeah, Julie, don't you wish that day you would have ran? Run, Julie, run!
December.
Julie works at a school, and then she comes here at 3, and then she works here like 3 to 6. So she's been doing that for years. I have a lot of different shifts because I work 11 to 11. So I have the morning shift that comes in, and then I have the afternoon shift that comes in to work. So I have different crews. But Julie works on the membership, which you can get this from going to our website, which is santasmembership.com. And once you go there, you can sign up for membership. And once you do that, Julie puts together a little packet, and she's going to show you.
So when you get your membership packet in the mail, it's going to come in an envelope just like this. And then let's see what we have in here. So this is a thank you for your membership card, but it's also really a reminder to go ahead and fill out your background check information and go ahead and get your insurance as well. You'll also receive a certificate that you're a member of Nationwide Santas.
That one's a Santa one. We also have one for Mrs. Claus and performers.
Mm-hmm. We've got a business card in here for you, so you never forget our phone number.
There you go. There's the phone number. And the website.
And then these are our membership cards, which every membership card is personalized. So here's the Santa one. This is a sample, of course. But we also have one for Mrs. Claus and for any other performer.
And the performer would be someone who doesn't do Santa at all. So that would be someone who is like a clown or a magician or a caricaturist artist, but they're not Santa. So we have a special, and they get signed up as they're kind of categorized in the same insurance as the Mrs. Claus insurance, by the way. Okay.
And then we've got the pins. So this is our Santa Claus pin, but we also have a Mrs. Claus pin.
What about this pen?
Oh yes, he's
And
got
then-
his pen. Look at that. We
We've
do
got
have it.
The pen right here. It's green. We went with the green this year.
You had the silver one. Those pins are nice because it's a stylus pin on the end. Yes, on the end there's a stylus pin, but if you flip the switch right here, it's a flashlight, which is really nice if you're a Santa and you're out, or Mrs. Claus and you're out at night and you're trying to find something in your bag or your car keys or directions to your job and you can't see your phone, or a lot of things could happen. I don't know. But and women, keep it in your purse, because a lot of times when I open my purse at night, I can't see anything. So I turn that little light on, then, I could find what I need in there.
And then last but not least, if you're a member with us for 10 years, you'll also get a patch.
Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
So that's the membership. And with the membership, it is a $40 fee. And you also receive a free background check. So with that, our background checks are done through IntelliCorp. When you get the background check, basically when you get your membership, Julie's going to send you an email, a link to get the background check. And then after you do that, she'll send you another email letting you know that you can go on to another website to request a free copy. You get one free copy. If for some reason you miss that deadline, and sometimes things happen, just call us up and we'll resend everything to you.
Perfect. Spangle, you got one of these pens?
I've got a few of them pins around here somewhere.
I keep mine right here on my computer.
So I don't know if anyone has any questions. I know we can see the chat bot here, the chat box over here, but a lot of people have questions. So they love the pen and the pin. Bob Churchwell. Hi, Bob. And, anything like that, we can help. We do get calls quite often throughout the day about that. They missed the link. The link's only good for 5 days. So if you don't get your background check within 5 days, it expired. So now when you go to log on, it's going to say there's an error message. So then we get calls all the time. I can't get my background check link. Oh, there you go. That's one of the older pins.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm an old guy.
Well, we were doing those pins for a couple of years. I would just do the same pin. I'd change the year. And then finally one day I was like, we need different pins for each year. So now finally I'm doing different pins, but they're limited pins because some Santas are asking they lost their pin. I don't have any more of them. Once we're out, we're out. And but we do have some older pins we will sometimes can give out. We'll say we don't have that year, but we have this year.
All right, Gina, we can't talk membership or job placement without mentioning the performer's insurance. Tell us about the insurance that Nationwide offers.
Right. So the membership, and Julie helps me with that too. Mm-hmm. So the insurance, basically, there's two types of insurance. There's the Santa insurance. Well, actually, there's three. The Santa insurance, the Mrs. Claus insurance, the performer's insurance. And like I said, the Mrs. Claus and the performer's insurance is the same. That insurance for the Mrs. Claus and performers is $120, and it covers you from August 1st through July 31st. So if you were to sign up in November, it's still going to expire July 31st because it's my policy you're on. It doesn't start the day you start it. So it's August 1st to July 31st. And it is a $4 million policy with a $300, $500 abuse. And they call it SAM insurance, which is
sexual assault, molestation.
Yes, there you go. And but I just hate to say that every time, the sexual abuse, and say that I just say the abuse coverage, but it covers that, but it also covers a lot more. It covers what you said. It's not just if you accidentally, touch someone or something like that, but it's anything that comes out of your mouth. You could have said something, you told a joke, you thought it was funny and cute. Well, the parents didn't think it was funny and cute, and they That was not funny. So it's what you say, what you do. Maybe you dropped a child and you slid it down your leg. You caught the child. That's happened sometimes where a child slides and you catch. But still, there could be issues. We have not had a claim though in all the years, and I'm knocking on wood because we haven't had a claim. Just want to make sure on that. The Santa insurance is $210. That is also the $4 million policy with the 300 and 500 abuse coverage. The difference in the insurance is with the Santa insurance, it's the same insurance, honestly, but I think with the Santa insurance, they have it set at the 210 because there's so many more Santas out there and there's so much on the insurance, whereas the performers and the Mrs. Claus, there's not as many that are purchasing that insurance. The Santa, if he's a performer, you can add on there for a performer. Say he's a clown, like Spangle. He makes balloons. He does face painting. He does other things. So the Santa insurance won't cover him on that if he's in a different costume, an Easter Bunny or Uncle Sam. So for an extra $90, he can add that on his policy to cover him year round for everything else. A lot of Santas are adding their wife and assistant on their policy for $120. Like Spangle could do that, add his wife on there for $120. The problem with that is now she's not going to get a background check. It's the same price, $120. Just pay the extra $40 so she gets to be a member so she can get the background check. Because if you just add the assistant on your policy, then there's no background check. But if you have multiple assistants and say like one day Spangle has his wife as his assistant, maybe another day he has the neighbor, and another day he has Dave Ketchum, who's going to be his elf, something like that. Then you could get that insurance as an assistant, and it can be anyone because it's not named on there. They don't name the person. So you could have any assistant, but it only covers one assistant at a time. So hopefully that answers. Julie's going to get the phone here. Thank you.
It's me. I'm trying to call in my
I know, stop calling me. That's a call about it. I can't get on to get the background check. Anyway, but we have a copy of everything. A lot of times with the insurance, sometimes Santa's a year later, they'll call me and they'll say, hey, I need a copy of my insurance policy and I don't have it. I have a copy of everything, so I'll send it to you. I have, everything's here. So, and I'll get it to you so quick. You don't have to wait. Oh, and you also can get a certificate of insurance on the policy too. So if you have a customer who wants to be added on the policy, say like you're going to a hotel, and the hotel says, great, we're going to have you as Santa here, but you need to add us on the policy as additional assured. That way, if anybody walks in there and something happens, they don't want the hotel getting sued. Now, you and I both know does whatever, they're going to sue everyone, but they want to be added on the policy. So you can get unlimited certificate of insurances for all your clients that are asking for it. No cost, no extra cost.
All right. Other than Gina saying, Spangle, quit calling me and asking me for another paper. All right. Since 1982, and that's a long time, guys, Nationwide Santas has been trusted by their clients to find and match the perfect Santa performer or Mrs. Claus for their needs. Share with our audience what Nationwide looks for to ensure that each is a tailor-made match to fit those of the customer's needs.
Are you saying, so what I'm looking for in a Santa or a Mrs. Claus?
Yeah, what are you looking for in them, and how do you know what's going to be the perfect fit with your customer?
I will tell you that I usually know because a lot of the Santas I know when I speak to them on the phone. I know their personalities. I know their strengths. I know their weaknesses. I just know what talents they have. So, and we do make notes a lot of times when Santas are out doing jobs and we get feedback from customers. So I do make little notes because sometimes they didn't know a Santa was an excellent storyteller or had brought puppets. I had no idea. So I do make those notes. Customers will tell me what they're looking for. Hey, I'm looking for a really outgoing Santa. I want someone who can sing songs, be able to lead the group. I want a Santa who knows how to play the piano. Hey, I want a Santa. So I know usually the Santas that can do that's in that area. Just to let you know, when clients are calling for a Santa, they're wanting someone that's in their area. They're not going to pay for hotel, airfare, car rental to get you out just because you're maybe a pianist and that's what they want. They'll find someone local. No, it's true, but a lot of Santas sometimes will call me on jobs that aren't in the area, but they want the airfare, hotel, car rental, and per diem. And I can assure you, clients are not paying for that. They're looking for local. So I'm going to set them up with someone who's local um, to do that. And basically, it's a lot of with the look that they're looking for. I don't know the exact look the customer is looking for. I'll send over photos of Santas, maybe 5 photos with their choices, and say, these are the 5 Santas that are available in your area, and these are their prices. Because the Santas, they'll give us a price, we'll put it on there. And the 3, maybe the top 2 that I think the client will choose, they didn't. They chose someone completely different. Sometimes they'll choose the elder of all the pictures that I sent, the one Santa that's probably in his 80s, late 70s or 80s. That's the Santa. They want it more of a really grandfatherly type look of a Santa. Or sometimes they'll choose a younger Santa because they want someone who's very energetic and can get around and with the kids and have good knees and can maybe do some walking and walk around in their event.
So you can tell the client if he calls you up or emails you and says, "I'm looking for a Santa that can play a guitar or do the piano," and you looked at your list and none of them do that, then you can email them back and say, "Look, I got a Santa Claus that's got a boombox."
Yeah. Well, you know what? I do offer suggestions a lot of times what they're looking for. So I will do that. And sometimes clients will just call me and say, this is what we're looking for. You pick the Santa. We're fine with whatever you choose. So, and I do want to let you know, Santas are, I know I get a lot of questions about real beard, designer beard, blah, blah. The clients the clients that I find, they do want real beard, but there's many times I've sent a designer beard Santa, and many times they didn't even know it. The beard is the glue on the really nice looking ones. They had no idea that it was a designer beard. And I tell the Santa, don't even say anything. Just you don't have to mention it to them. But they had no clue. Or we have other Santas that really have on the full, like Spangle used to wear, the beards before you had grew your beard. That they wear. So I have clients, and it just depends on what time of the year they're booking the Santas. Because usually if they call me in December, they're like, I'll take anything you have. And sometimes when I send them, they're so happy because they say, I had no idea the Santa was going to be this good. We loved our Santa. So I love to hear that.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is with the client too, when they say, "Oh yeah, I want a real beard Santa," because the only thing that they think about is a Santa without a real beard is that synthetic plastic thing, that you see in, it's all one piece, and that's all they know. They don't know about the quality of some of the sets out there now.
No. And some of the Santas that there's, if I have sometimes there's a choice of 3 Santas, and one Santa has the real beard, and there's another Santa that has the fake or design. I don't like to say fake beard, designer beard. Sometimes the Santas with the designer beard have clowning experience, or they were performers or magicians or something like that, and they really exude. They have their personalities just exudes all over the place. Whereas the Santa with the real beard, he's a really good looking Santa. He has the great suit and that, but he's, kind of shy a little bit. He doesn't like to speak up. I have some Santas who don't want to say ho, ho, ho. They just don't want to say it for some reason. And it's part of the, and I tell them, please just belt it out once or twice while you're there. Just give it a.
It is kind of corny in a way. But we need to do it. But with me and the clowning and all that theatrical behind, but
Yes.
in my past, one of the reviews I got on my Santa trailer was they never realized that Santa was so funny.
Oh yeah.
You
True.
know,
People like funny Santas.
Yeah.
They do. Sometimes they
There's
don't.
a lot of interaction, and the jokes, and just
They do.
yeah.
They do. It keeps the kids entertained. And the adults. You're keeping the children and the adults entertained at the same time, and they're loving it. They're having a great time. And the adults love it because they're not having to do anything. They're not having to. I think a lot of adults, when they hire you for an event, and this goes back to clowning too. They think that they're going to have to stand over you and tell you what to do. They don't realize that you're going to take charge. Just let me, you as Santa, you're in the event. You've been hired for this 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever it takes. And you have a whole program that you're going to be doing. And I always tell Santas, have something set up ahead of time as backup, just in case there's not as many kids that showed up. So maybe they had you there for 2 hours. There's just a couple of kids, and there's only so much you can do with 5 or 10 kids for 2 hours. So bring some books, bring some little couple of, silly little magic tricks, have some stories set up ahead, stories that you can tell. And, do something that can keep them entertained. Bring coloring books. You can have coloring. Kids love to color with crayons, or have a picture of you, a cartoon of you where they can color. It's just different things that you can do while you're there to kind of, and then pictures. Pictures can take a lot of time. Individual pictures, group shots, groups of just the kids, groups of just the adults. I mean, that takes up time too.
We sell a book, plug, in our store that all it says, each page is the same through the whole book. And it says name, naughty, nice, and then it just got notes, line for notes all after that. And I tell the Santas that sometimes people don't know what to do. So with this little book, you call the child up there, you ask them their first name, you get there, ask them if they've been naughty or nice, and you just go right through there, talk with them, say, what have you done that's nice? And you write these things down. Next thing you know, you spent 5 or 6 minutes with this one child. Now, if you got 4 children, you done did a half an hour. And it's all interaction, and also you're taking notes for your next visit to refer back to.
I love that. I do love that. And I do love that book that you have when you open it up, it all lights up. Ooh, I love that book. Yes.
Okay, Gina, we know that Nationwide Santa's hires for every occasion, and you have full season jobs as well as one-offs and split shifts at the big box store locations. The part that many don't understand is the term standby Santas and how it is structured, as well as the pay associated. Please explain to our viewers how this works and how many of those spots you have available each and every year.
So the standby Santas are, and you're not asking about traveling Santas. You're just saying
standby.
Okay, so the standby Santas can be a little difficult sometimes to define and to understand, because we're not necessarily hiring a Santa to just stand by on the sidelines and just wait for us that's local, because he's going to be taking other work. But if he has a space, maybe a week or two available during the December 15th to the 24th, because I'm going to tell you, that's when everything breaks loose around that time for some reason. Santas start getting sick. There's things going on. And that's the time from the December 15th to the 24th. I'm like, can we just make it these 9-10 days? Things happen. So if there's a Santa that has any availability, maybe he can only work in November, but not December. Then what we would do is we would keep him on standby and pay him not to take any jobs, so we can have him at that store. Now, sometimes Santas will just say, well, I'm just going to keep this open for you, but if I get any bookings or calls, I'll call you first, and you let me know where you are before I take this booking. I'm like, okay, we can do that. So we're just looking for someone who can be local. Maybe I have a few stores in an area that, like, within a 100-mile radius that they can get to, or a 50-mile radius that they can get to and fill in. I've had Santas who worked at one place and then drove to another place, and then they were home within two days. If we do need to get a hotel, we can do that too. So hopefully,
can I sign up to be a standby Santa for October?
Yes, October. Yes. You'll be for the Halloween haunted house Santa thing that we have.
All right. You also have a few positions that you consider as traveling Santas. Explain to us your meaning of traveling Santas and what is all entitled into that one.
I'm going to do the traveling, but I forgot to mention, you guys, both of you, your beards are so beautiful. And I don't know, I just wanted to let you know how beautiful they are. I mean, Bob's, it's just like a teardrop. It goes down with a little flip on the end. It kind of looks like, yeah, so nice. And Spangle, I mean, you didn't even have a beard a couple of years ago, and you didn't even know if you could grow one. I don't even know, but look at you now. And you both have the mustache. You have the mustache wax going there. I mean, it's beautiful.
Thank
Beautiful,
you.
beautiful.
Thank you.
So are you saying that we have a chance to get a job with Nationwide?
I think, you know what? I think you have one more test that I'm going to put you through, but yes, so
Right. Okay.
just beautiful. I just wanted to
Thank you,
mention
Gina.
that.
Bob, put
Yes.
your thinking cap on. She's got another test.
But so you were asking about the traveling Santas, and yes, we do have. So what I do, like right now, I have some stores that we're getting covered. We're going to need some traveling Santas. I do have many Santas who are wanting to travel. We can sign them up, send them a contract, and get them all set. So they don't know where they're going yet, but we will be sending them somewhere. So if that's okay with you, then we can go ahead and get a contract out for that. Some Santas want to know where they're going, so they don't want me to set them up like that ahead of time. So what I do is each week I send a list, and I'll send a list of that group of Santas who are traveling. So um, and just keep filling up the slots until we just whittle it down each week as to what we're doing. It's a very long and tedious process of booking the jobs, I will tell you, and getting things set up. I know Santa's, they just think we push a button and it's all taken care of, but there's, I can spend hours, days, even weeks on one store sometimes, and just putting it away and working on another one. But there's a lot of work that gets involved, and once I do have it put together, the schedule changes constantly because Santa's, oh, I forgot I had a dentist appointment. Oh, I forgot I have to take my wife to the hospital. Oh, I forgot I double booked. I have another booking. So things like that come up, and then we're looking for the standby Santa or a traveling Santa to come in and help fill in some of those dates that we need covered. But usually the traveling Santa, again, it could be someone who can only work November. We have places for that, or he can only work December, or he can work November and December. And usually I have many openings where a Santa would be working split shifts with another Santa, or he would be working the bulk of the hours. A lot of Santas want to work all the hours, which is 11 hours a day on most days, Monday through Friday. But the problem is around the 15th of December, that's when they start getting tired. They need a rest. So usually if I do that, I'll try to get another Santa in there that last 2 weeks. They argue with me about this preseason that that they don't know I can do it all. I go, trust me, you're going to thank me in December. I'm going to have a Santa come and help you out a couple of days. Just don't be so greedy. Believe me, you're going to need the help. Your health is more important. And always in December, the Santas go, oh my goodness, thanks you so much for having another Santa there to help out, because I didn't think I needed it, but I do. And it is grueling. It's not just working 11 hours a day. You're not just sitting in a chair. You're on the whole time because you're acting. This is an acting job. This isn't just you at work, doing some kind of a job where you're bagging lettuce and doing the Ziploc, and then I don't know what you would do, but just doing a job that you do. What's another job that's just monotonous that you do? No, this is acting. And even actors don't even work as long as you guys do. They don't work 11 hours. They do a scene, or maybe an hour, 30 minutes, couple of days, and then they take a break, and then they come back to the scene. They have a lot of breaks. Santas don't get a lot of breaks, and you just have to stay in character, and it's hard to stay in character the whole time.
Well, we were talking a couple of weeks ago that your first client, the very first job you do, the very first visit you do that of the season, you need to have that same energy at the end of every day and at the end of the season. So, I mean, you can't yeah, I'm all excited. All right, come on over. You got to have that same excitement the whole time.
It's true. It's true. Because if I hear them ask me that same question again, but kids all have this, and parents, they all have the same question they're going to ask you. There's going to be some stumpers they're going to throw at you, I'm sure, and then you go home and write it in your book that was a question that you'll have to remember and come up with a better answer next time. But the kids are just so excited. They've been waiting all year to see you. They've been waiting for 11 months. They've been waiting since December 26th to see you again next year, because they missed out on something on December 25th and no one understood the thing they wanted. So they're plotting from December 26th to see you again.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that they have so many, and then they're put on the spot. They have so many questions to ask.
Well, I'm sure, on the set, if I'm on the set all day and, you said, I hope that kid doesn't ask for that same thing again. I'm sure whoever's working the set with me, they're like, Gosh, I hope Santa doesn't tell that same joke again.
And for me, it's not as much the redundancy of the children asking as it is the parents coming in, and before they ever get the child halfway to the chair, tell Santa what you want for Christmas. Tell Santa what you want for Christmas. Did you tell Santa what you want for Christmas? And they haven't
Yeah.
even sit down yet. How can they tell Santa what they want?
Yeah, they're not letting you do your job.
Right.
It's hard because that's what you get. That's the one thing that Santa gets to say. What would you like for Christmas? That's like the child wants you to say that to them, not mom and dad saying that to them.
Yeah, Bob, next time just say, hey, that's my line.
Yeah.
Whose line is that, anyways?
What she said. Yeah.
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 It is hard. I know it's hard, and it's hard, not to be snarky. That's the thing. You don't want to be snarky. You don't want to be snotty and snarky and mean. Save that when you get home. When
Yeah.
you get home, most Santas, it really doesn't bother them. It really doesn't. They really love it. They enjoy doing it. But there are some Santas who why are you pointing over there? I don't know. But some can get a little.
The TNL logo.
Oh, it is nice. It's set up. It looks nice.
Sorry.
It looks nice. Well,
I just realized it was
Gina.
Santa next to him.
Squirrel.
yeah. Well, you can, yeah, and you don't want to be that way. I mean, I know that I can get that way, and the girls in my office will say that I get that way, but I really, I try not to, and it's hard sometimes. And I, we want to be positive around here and be upbeat. We have Santas calling us for the same thing all the time, and I go, oh my gosh, it's just the same. That's the thing. We have a hard time with we'll send an email out for a job. Now, mind you, we have lots of jobs, and you're going to ask me this later, but we have many jobs that we're looking for Santa, and we're continually looking for Santa. So the girls are sending out, hundreds of emails. I'm probably each morning receiving anywhere from 100 to 200 emails that I have to print. And I know I'm old school, but I do print them because now they have to go on the appropriate person's desk, or I have to answer them. And there's a lot of questions that need to be answered. So I'm printing everything in the morning and getting them on everyone's desk because I'm old school. But then what I'll do is in the midst of doing that, my phone's ringing off the hook from Santas who already responded to the email asking if I got their email. Huh? Yeah, second.
Get my email? Did you get my email? Did you get my email yet?
Yeah, they do that. They said, so I sent me, she just came in. She's like, you're being snarky. No, so yeah, she said, be nice. But I do get those a lot. And, give me 24 hours. I'm working as fast as I can. So we're just trying to get it to the appropriate desk, but they will call. Did you get my email? Yes, I did. And then what'll happen is that they keep me on the phone for another 5 minutes because they want to tell me what they did last year, the fire truck they drove on, what the kids said to them. And I'm really trying to be nice, but I have to get off the phone because I have so much work to do. So I just say that, I really try my best, but it's easy to, if I try not to get upset. And I know Santas can get that way too when you're on and acting all day long. It can be difficult, especially if you're thirsty or hungry and you didn't get a break and you need to go to the little feed the reindeer and you're trying to get out the door. You're like, I need to get to the restroom so bad. And the kid comes up to you, Santa. And you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to burst at the seams here. But you have to take the time to say hi.
Yep.
So there's all those things that happen too.
Yeah, you can't just aim for their pocket, huh?
No.
Hey, all right. You kind of answered this a little bit but on a shared chair, how many Santas do you place at any given location? And do you have the same that work weekdays and some that work weekends only?
I do. So at any location, we could have anywhere from I'm going to say 1 to 6 Santas. I had 8 Santas at one store one time because we just had to fill in shifts. But 1 to 6, usually on the most part, there's 2 to 3 Santas on most. And they are, some Santas only want to work morning shift, no weekends, no holidays. Some Santas only the afternoon shift. I have some Santas they want to work only weekends because they have a day job, so they can do all the weekends. I have Santas who they work nights. I work from midnight till 6 in the morning, but I prefer to do the morning shift, get it over with, so then I can go to sleep. And I'm thinking, how did that man work from midnight to 6, then went to my place at 9:45, got off at 2:30, and then went home and slept for the next shift. But they do it. A lot of guys have vacation leave too, so they'll use that to work. department store.
Very good.
Well, we know you have many different clients and many different kinds of settings. Is there a certain type of attire or Santa suit that most of those clients request?
Um, that I was going to call in Raylene on this one and to help me out. And Raylene, are you ready? Oh, this is Raylene, and she also sends the emails out to everyone. So she's one of the ones that works the second shift. Like I said, Julie, I don't know if I told you, Julie usually comes in from 3 to 6 is when she's in her, and Raylene comes in usually. She says she comes in at noon. She comes in late. But this is my daughter, by the way, and she has been working with me since 2018. But again, like I said, she's been with me for many years prior to this. And oh my god, and she. So I know what was that?
I was just sitting down.
I'm sorry. Okay, so this is my. Oh my goodness. So she is the Santa whisperer. I'm going to tell you right now, if we have a job, and I've exhausted every means I can, we can't find a Santa anywhere. I'll put it on her desk and I'll say, can you find me a Santa? I need a Santa for Paducah, Kentucky. I'll be darned if this girl doesn't come in an hour or two later, throw it on my desk and go, done. I'm like, how did you find? And it's the most beautiful Santa. She spoke to him on the phone. She vetted him, has pictures, and he's ready to go.
I just talk to them. I don't know how I do it.
We call her the Santa Whisperer. She finds them. Yeah. So we love that. She's my IT person. She's the one that hooked up all the computers. She's the one that hooks up the printers. When the printer breaks, we're like, Raylene. She helps me with my cell phone.
I send out a lot of the emails too.
A lot, yes. She sends out a lot of emails. She works on my Facebook page. It's not me answering you guys a lot of times. It's her.
Yeah.
So I just want to let you know, just because it says Gina Bacon, it's her. Because I can't keep up with everything. I can't keep up with the emails and the Facebook and
she can't keep up with the messages on Facebook and when we post stuff. Just the responding for people and all.
Too much.
It's almost sometimes it's almost too much with Facebook messages, and we need you guys to email.
I can't print.
See it.
Yeah, I can't print a Facebook message. So a lot of times in my job post, I put our email address. Email us, please. But they don't. They will then just go to the Facebook post and say, I'm available. Well, I don't see that post. I have no way of seeing it unless I go on there. And I can't.
How often do you get these things? You put everything in the post or in the email about what you're looking for, and then they call you up and ask you the same questions.
Oh, never happens.
Yeah, it drives me nuts.
That's the thing. I know we have to be nice. And this is the thing, again, when they call and then they keep me on the phone for another 10, 15 minutes going over their whole life story.
Oh, so that's so Spangle. That's so Spangle.
Yeah.
And we love you. We love talking with you. We really
Yes.
do. But we're so busy right now, and we're trying to get this deadline out. Raylene does help. She does a lot of emails. She sends them out. She finds Santas. She works on the Facebook page. She's answering questions. She's finding Santas. She adds your photos to the website, which is another thing I wanted to say. We have the customer website, which is
Higher.
nationwidesantas.com.
Isn't
I
that
couldn't think. Well, if you go to Nationwide, it'll take you.
Oh, okay.
So it's nationwidesantas.com. Can you tell we're mother and daughter?
Oh.
It's nationwidesantas.com. And if you go there, it says find your Santa. You just click there, put your zip code in, and find your photo. We now have a Mrs. Claus one on there. So all the Mrs. Clauses have their own page with their photos on there. We separated the two, and we're asking all the Mrs. Clauses. We're just building it, so we're just getting started. We have a lot of the Mrs. Clauses in there, and I want the Mrs. Clauses to go there and take a look at the other women that are on there. They're the most beautiful Mrs. Clauses on there. They're just so beautiful, and so send photos. Raylene usually chooses the photo that she'll put on there.
But it has to be standalone. No families.
We AI'd it. We're able to take that out now. I figured out how to AI it.
Sometimes.
Where it changes the face of the child, so we can do that too. It's interesting. If you have even if you have a pet, we can change it into anything we want.
Okay.
AI. Whoever thought?
Hey, Gina, I just launched a song on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, everywhere. And it was written by AI, the music is AI, and the singer is AI.
And it's you?
No, it's our song.
Oh, it's your song? Oh,
Yeah.
For TNL?
No, for the School of
School of
Santas.
Santas.
Oh, School of Santas. I love School of Santas. I'm a sponsor of School of Santas, and I love it.
50 cars deep, they're Branson bound from every direction. They come with the cheer. Santas and Mrs. Clauses bringing joy.
But it's all
Yes.
it's all AI,
Yes.
and it's on 31 different music platforms, and it's
Wow.
monetized. So every time somebody downloads it, I get paid.
Of course you figured that out. You dumb and all that stuff. Good for you.
Right?
And by the way, he asked us what
AI.
kind of jobs. He asked what kind of jobs that customers are asking for.
We have a lot right now. There's a lot.
Breakfast with Santa,
We have a lot. Yeah, we have a lot right now.
tree lighting,
Mm.
daycares.
We have a couple parades, but it's
Parades.
primarily it's a lot of breakfast at Santa's. There's a couple country clubs, golf courses.
Apartments. It's like an HOA. I shouldn't say apartment. Now everything's an HOA. So it's
Yeah.
for a community, usually
They'll have
community event.
an open house. So they'll have like a Santa there for a
Real
couple
estate
hours.
agents, they
Mhm.
usually do that at open house, or they'll be sponsoring a charity. So someone will sponsor a charity, but they want the Santa to be there. So and
Yes.
it's always different types of charities they're sponsoring.
Well, that's
We
good because we're on YouTube now, and we have not just Santas and Mrs. Clauses and those in the Claus community watching. We have outsiders watching. So if this is a point where someone's watching on YouTube, interested in becoming a Santa, wants
Yeah.
to take a school, and wants to go to work for one of the big placement agencies, you guys being one of the top, then we want them to be sure and contact you.
Please do contact us, and if you don't have a beard, don't worry about it. My brother-in-law, my sister's husband, did not have a beard last year. He worked at the big box store in Las Vegas, and we did get him a beard that was a glue-on beard, and Raylene helped him out.
Yeah, I learned to glue it on.
She glued it, showed him how to glue it on. She curled it. She showed him how to style it. It looked so real that no one in the store knew that it was not a real beard. And it was $100 for this beard, and which is crazy. And it wasn't really long. If you're going to do the glue on, you don't need a really long one. You just need one right here, right to your collarbone.
It was here, and what
Yeah.
I did was I curled so it wasn't as scraggly. I curled it under.
Yes.
So I just used a curl, and it's not human hair, but it is real hair. Yak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like some sort of animal hair.
So if you don't have a beard, don't worry about it, because we can guide you where to get a glue-on beard. And these beards, like I said, they're $100. It'll last, depending on how many times you wear it. It'll last maybe a year or two. You may need to replace it next year, but I mean, there's other companies out there that do make the really nice custom-made ones, and you know, so I do it. But a lot of people can't afford that either, and especially when they're first starting out.
Well, I remember I filled in for you one time up in St. Charles,
Yes, you did.
and
They
they
love
were going to take one of the pictures and give it to me after my set because it was a real cute picture, you know. And I went and got unmade up, and I came out. Of course, I didn't have a beard, and I come out there, and I'm like standing next to the photographer, and I said, "You had a picture?" And like, "You got to talk to them." I said, "No, you were going to keep one." I said, "I was the Santa." He's like, "Wait a minute, where's your beard? Where's your accent? You're not the same guy."
Acting, yes, of course, and I love it because people have no idea that was you, and you look totally different without. And it's an acting job. Even when you dress, when the Santas dress and go out, and a lot of times they say, you know, how should I dress? What are they looking for? And I know that's probably a question you're going to ask me next. I probably shouldn't answer this yet. I'm sorry. I'm going ahead again.
No.
I talk a lot, so.
I tell you what, everyone stick around, because I just want to mention before we go to break, the second portion of our show, we will be talking about eating habits, exercise, and the need to be healthy, as well as looking at how to access your job boards. This was something that we always look forward to. We'll be back on the other side of this break with the rest of the show.
Oh, hello there. Yes, of course, it's me, Santa Claus. Now, you may not believe this, but one of the questions I get asked the most is, well, not how do I do it all in one night? No, but where do I get all my things from? Yes, now, what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about the finest things I have. My glorious gloves, all my knickknacks and trinkets and things. Yes, all the giveaways. Yes, for me to give to the children before the main event. Yes, if I see them in the streets, if they come and see me, I like to have something in my pocket I can treat them with. Yes, and there's one special place where I can find all these magical goods. And that is, of course, stuffforsanta.com. You should head there now and see what magical gifts you can find. Mrs. Claus, have you got my ice pad? Yes, log me on, I'm going to have a look. I shall see you there. Stuffforsanta.com. Merry Christmas.
All right, that commercial, as we said many times before, just never gets old.
Love that commercial. He's beautiful. Beautiful Santa.
And a nice beard.
Yes, nice beard. Nice personality.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, moving on to the second half of tonight's program with our featured guest, Gina Bacon. Last time on the show, we talked about good eating habits. Tell us the importance of that as a Christmas performer and especially as a Santa sitting in a chair all day.
You know, when we spoke, was it January last?
I'm not sure. No, I'll have to check and see when you were on last.
I can't remember when it was, but I was on the show and I lost 30 pounds. Well, I've gained 10 of it back. So that I did do. I'm going to admit it. It's so hard. And so, I'm just going to say that for the Mrs. Clauses and Santas out there, it's so hard. But, I figure, well, it was only 10 pounds. Okay. It just, I just love ice cream. I can't stop.
That's my biggest downfall. That's what I went from, 180-ish to like 250. It was
you have to
ice cream.
You can't have it every day. You're gonna. That's
not a number of years ago.
I am on a big kick of Italian ice right now.
Italian ice is good.
Yeah,
that's good.
I just sent Bob a whole case of it.
Well, I do want to say that with the Santas exercising, and Raylene, she's one that knows about this, but with the I'll
sit down now.
Yeah, you're going to be working the season as Santa or Mrs. Claus. And what happens is you're going to be doing things that you haven't done all year long. Not all Santas. There's a lot of Santas who are very active. They work out. They're in shape. And meaning in shape is your bones and your joints work and you can get around. But there's some Santas who sit all day. They're sitting in their recliner. They don't do anything. They really don't do much. They get up, go to the store, come back. But you're going to be picking up kids. You're going to be bending down. You're going to be doing a lot of walking.
You have to walk in with an entrance.
Yeah, you do need to make a grand entrance, or some things where you're going to be riding a fire truck. You have to get on the fire truck. You got to climb upstairs.
Yeah.
There's many things that maybe you're going into someone's home and there's stairs. So these are questions you have to ask before you take a lot of jobs sometimes to make sure that you can be able to maneuver and walk around. Is it a boat? Do you have to get in and off a boat?
We had someone that requested them walk down the boat dock.
Yeah,
there's to get on the boat.
So you need to work on your core. You need to work on your core and your legs. Those are the things. Your arms maybe, but the core. You need to do some stretching exercises, some jumping jacks. You need to do some squats.
Walking on the treadmill.
Walking on the treadmill. That's true.
Yeah, just getting a few.
He's got an otter pop of some sort.
Was that Pedialyte?
I get Pedialyte sometimes. I like those, but
no, those are Italian ice.
Oh, Italian ice, Otter Pop. Do you guys remember Otter Pops? I don't think they have them anymore. That looks good. Well, you just need to just keep active. My secret to
yum.
Oh, that looks good.
I've had those. Those are good.
The secret, I'm going to tell you a little secret, my little hack for losing, keeping in shape and building is if you can do jumping jacks or if you can do some kind of marching exercise, do it before you eat. So wake up in the morning, do some kind of just in the place. Do like march, jumping jacks, whatever you can. Do 25, 10, 25, 50, whatever you can do. Before you eat breakfast, do that. Before you eat lunch, do that. Before you eat dinner, do that. And before you go to bed, do that. I know it seems like you're only doing 25 jumping jacks. It's not like you're really exercising, but just to get your body kind of going and your legs a little bit stronger. You'd be surprised after a month of doing this how good you feel.
Well, you know, my wife and I, we just recently got us a Planet Fitness membership,
Yeah.
and we've been going for a couple 3 weeks now. But then I got this wise idea a couple days ago that I was going to do the stair stepper, and I was going to see
Oh,
what I could do on that.
that's hard. That's hard.
Oh, you walked off and felt like you were floating off of it.
Yeah, I did 10 flights of stairs because they say a flight of stairs is 13 to 15 steps, and I did 150 steps
Wow.
in 2 minutes.
Wow.
So 10 flights of stairs in 2 minutes. I got off of that thing. I walked over here and said, "I'm done. I'm ready to go home."
I bet your face was red too.
It was hard.
You know what?
Well-
I'm going to show you another thing.
Well, a trick to
Oh,
that you can also do on the treadmill. You can set it at an incline of 12, and then put it on speed 3.
12,
Yeah.
3:30.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You know.
This is a thing right here that I have, and Santa's. I don't know if you know about this, but it's a heart monitor, and it's called Cardia, and it's $79 on Amazon. Wait, let me see if it has. Does it say Cardia but backwards?
Yeah. Isn't that
We
in
have
their
one.
membership packets?
Yeah, it's in the membership packet, and it's it's not, but it's $79, and look how thin it is. And if you feel like you want to, like maybe you think something's going on with your heart, and every time you go to the doctors, everything comes up normal. You just download an app, and you do this as many times as you want, and it does an EKG just right there in your own home, and it'll tell you, or you have arrhythmia or something's going on. I'm
We
telling
have
you.
one.
Does it let you put more than one person on your app?
No, but I can't. But she did it to
Yeah,
test
I
it, but I
just
didn't
tried it.
save it. I just didn't save it. There might be a way to do it, and you might have to pay extra.
Just link it to. You could probably just download the app on someone else's phone, maybe.
Oh, she says download the app on someone else's phone.
Yeah.
I don't know. You'd have, but it's Cardia with a K, K-A-R. And I'm not plugging anything here. Where's the other thing I have? Oh,
Last time you were on, Gina, last year was April 16th, I believe.
old people stuff, and then the blood pressure thing. Got to have that and check your blood pressure. If you're not going to the doctors regularly, please check your blood pressure and check your heart, because so when you hit our age, you need to start keeping track of all that stuff, and it's all on an app now. So then when you go to the doctors, you just show him the results of the app. I'm sure you guys all have this. I'm acting like I found this. I'm all new to it, but
And I just want to tell all our viewers, this part of the show is sponsored by Gina Bacon Fitness Workout. Get the DVD for $19.99. Just contact nationwidesantas.com.
she meal preps, and so she's a meal prep
Yeah.
person where she'll cook a bunch of food on Sunday, and then she packs them in these containers,
Yeah.
and that's what she eats all week.
So I mean, that's the secret too. You have to really make sure you're in portion control of a lot of your food.
Portion control.
And it's a lot of portion control of how much grams of it's how many grams of protein and carbs, and just as long as you're putting low, kind of a lower carb in there and high protein, and not something that's super
Well,
fatty.
see, I do portion control. I figure if it fits in the skillet, it'll fit in my belly.
You're on the fitness diet, fitness in my mouth.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my goodness. I hope I know I keep digressing on your question, so
Yeah.
sorry.
All right. Well, tell everyone interested in accessing the job board that might be looking for employment for the season or to fill in their schedule just how to do so.
Oh, sure.
You know that you always say that you can work around existing schedules.
We can work around your schedule, because a lot of times we have 2 shifts that are going on, and the other Santa, if we have him on a shift, he'll gladly work the other shift. So he'll say if he's on the morning shift, but a Santa if he's on the afternoon shift, but a Santa can work for us, but he has a day job and he can't get there until 3 or 4 o'clock. We can work it out to where the other Santa will stay there until you get off work and can make it to the other place. And we try to figure in your driving time and all that. So the job board is actually at our website, santasmembership.com. And believe me,
Santa's membership.
Yeah, plural, Santa's membership. And when I thought of this santasmembership.com, believe me, I should have came up with a different name, because a lot of Santas can't find us because they're thinking of Nationwide Santas. So this year I finally, on nationwidesantas.com, which is the customer's website, I did add a tab on there. So Santas, if they mess up and go to that website, they can still find us. I put it on this year. I didn't want the customers to see it, but I finally just had to do it. But you can go to santasmembership.com, and I don't know if you want me to just share my screen, but if you go there, there's a place on there that says job board, and you go to the job board, put in your zip code, and when you put in your zip code, there'll be a scroll bar, and you can just scroll down and see all the jobs. Now, it's not necessarily a job that's in your neighborhood. It's just the top jobs that are within a zip code search of your area. So you may be living in Florida, but there'll be some jobs maybe that'll show up in Alabama or Georgia or, surrounding areas. We try to update the job board as much as we can. We'll add jobs on there, but as far as deleting some of them, it takes us a while because we're so busy here right now. It's hard to do.
I think there's like 200-300 on there right now.
Yeah. And
I want to say.
And so a lot of Santas will repeatedly, daily, sometimes go on there and just keep doing the same. We got it. We got it. And I do want to say that the reason you may not hear from us is because the client is still letting us know. They haven't given us the green light yet. Or maybe they said, can you check on these dates? We may be adding more dates. Like we have a client right now, they gave us a bunch of dates and they said, whoa, wait a second. After we put on the job board, and they said, now we're going to have more dates. So everything's on hold right now. And a lot of the Santas, and this is for something over 100 jobs and 100 locations,
100.
but we have over 100 Santas calling us daily saying, did you get my email? Did you get the email I sent you? Yes, we got it, but we're waiting to hear from our clients. So just remember, when you're working with an agent, there's so much going on behind the scenes that we're believe me, as soon as we hear, we're going to call you. We're not going to let another day go by. We want to book you for the job. We want to get it done. We're not, secretly holding things from you so you can't have them. We want you to work, but we're just not there.
There could be chances too that you're wanting to send the Santa somewhere else, like they're living in Florida and you're wanting to send them to Georgia or Alabama or something, and maybe possibly because their wife called and said, please send my husband somewhere else.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah, we've had that happen before, where a wife sent her husband and we had him, and then we found out it wasn't working out. And when we tried to call her, she was on vacation, didn't want to deal with it. So
you pick your husband up.
That was kind of funny. We're like, oh, she pawned him off on us. That's what she did. So, but we don't get that very often. I love the wives, the Mrs. Claus and the wives. They're so helpful. When we call up, we prefer talking to them because they're the one that has Santa's schedule. They're the ones that knows what's going on. They're the ones that know what he has. They know exactly.
They know everything.
They know everything. They know what city he's going to be in, the time he's going to walk in, the time he leaves, what he's going to be dressed as. We love working with the Mrs. Clauses when they have the schedules of their husbands.
All right, this might be a good time to go to our viewers and see what kind of questions they might have for you, ladies.
First one comes from Sleigh Bells Mowing. Also, I've received my order from Santa Spangle Stuff for Santa today. Great stuff, and thank you, Spangle.
Hey, you're quite welcome. That's a little plug. There was a quarter involved in that. Okay. Pat Weston says, why should we pay for membership? And what is the benefits? Well, you went over that a little bit, but maybe you can just touch bases real quick.
Hit it again.
So a lot of people think that in order to work for us, they have to be a member. That's not the case. It has nothing really to do with working for us. But a lot of our clients want the people that we send out to have insurance and background check. So the membership is really basically for you to be able to purchase get a free background check and purchase the insurance at a great rate. So that's what I have that there for. The background check, it's really great. At $40, you get the membership, you get everything Julie said that you get in the packet, plus the background check. Those background checks, usually depending on how many states you live in, can cost me anywhere from $25 to $100 or $150. I don't charge you for it. I'm not going to call you and say, okay, you lived in all these states, you owe me another $75. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm going to eat the cost. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. I'm not going to worry about it because I know that we're going to put you on a Santa job, and you'll be happy, I'll be happy, we're all happy, and the customer's happy.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys don't realize that it varies from state to state on those background checks. And
Yes.
like you said, for instance, I know New York is one of those that gets outrageous prices compared to some of the other states. And as you said, you eat the difference in that. Everybody pays the same price.
Right. We're not going to charge you for that at all.
All right, your friend, my friend, everyone's friend, Bob Churchwell up in Colorado says, you guys, I cannot tell you how easy Gina makes this process.
I can't tell you how easy it is to work with Bob.
Bob's cool, isn't he?
Oh
Bob's
my
cool.
goodness! He called me a couple of years ago, and I didn't know him from anything, and he wanted to work at one of my locations, and I put him there. He was very dedicated, showed up on time, went over and above, worked extra days. The customers loved him, the clients loved him. Just nothing but rave reviews. And not only Bob, but I have many Santas like that who I don't have to worry about when I send him on a job. I don't have to worry, is he going to show up? Is he going to be late? Oh, God, we're going to get a phone call. I don't have to worry about that with a lot of the Santas. Maybe a couple of the Santas that we have, but in the most part, they're doing their part. We're doing our part. We're a team. We are a team. We're all a team. We do our part with the Santas do their part, and the wheel spins nicely.
No cogs in the wheel.
Yes.
All right. He goes on to say this is an excellent company that works with each Santa and the company. I guess saying the business that you're dealing with.
Santa Churchwell again. Ted Flynn says Gina goes out of her way to treat Santas right.
And so does Ted, though. Ted is a great advocate for Santas and with his organization. And Ted, I have to tell you, he helps me on the scheduling of one of the stores that we have. And not only does he help me on it, but he just sent me a list of the other two Santas that are working, and he was organizing the schedule. Who does that? I didn't have to do anything. Thank you, Ted.
Way to go, Ted.
I know.
Every time, John says, every time I see I can say I'm so glad to see you. I can't believe how much you've grown every year. I guess that's how he greets the children.
Oh, I thought he was talking about us.
Jaylene, yeah. That's John Schnegelberger.
Hi,
Thank
John.
you.
Oh, yeah.
We've talked to John.
Is he working for you?
Yes.
Ted Flynn also says, we are always happy to talk to you. It is like a kid to us. You are our superhero. You're like a kid to us, superhero.
Aw.
All right. Santa Robert Williams says, do you have Canadian clients as well, or are you only American based?
We used to work in Canada, and it was really difficult with the money. It was so difficult, and a lot of the Santas want you to pay them Western Union. My payroll company will not pay anyone in Canada, so we just unfortunately at this time I just don't. I mean, unless someone it just happened to be it, but again, have to pay through Western Union. And that's, if you've ever done something in Western Union, you have to go to the bank or wherever, and you have to sign a waiver that you know the person because someone could be scamming you. And it's very difficult to do that sometimes.
Ray Bradshaw, who is here in North Texas, Denton, Texas, to be precise, he is a big, big fan and goes to a lot of cosplay. He wants to know, is that a night elf tattoo? I guess he's talking about Raylene.
Where?
Which one?
Do you have a night elf tattoo?
A night?
Oh no, I don't have that. It's
Oh boy.
No, I have. Wait, how do I do it? No.
Nice. Very nice.
Oh, here? I
don't know. She has a sewing machine on her back.
Oh,
there we go.
Yeah, naughty, nice.
She has the old singer sewing machine on her. No, you can't show it, but it's from my grandmother's sewing machine.
I know you can't show it.
Can't show that.
What do we do without our daughters?
I have to. I don't have any, and I'm just afraid it's going to hurt me to get it. I don't want to do that. I had my ears pierced.
Whoa!
I know whoa.
I'm a big sissy too. I don't have any.
Nice. Those are nice.
Did you get it first, Spangle?
Did I get it first
Yeah.
before the movie?
I see. There's a lot
of Santas that have that
page on Facebook dedicated to Christmas tattoos. Christmas.
I wouldn't say I got it first, but I've had it for a little while.
You have.
Yeah, and I even sell temporaries that look like this.
Wow.
Let
No.
And I,
Let me get one.
Mark's channel says, I like the pins you come with every year. I guess in your package.
You like the pins? Oh, I really appreciate that. Raylene and I actually made the pins this year. And I said, Raylene, I want to make a pin out. And they're bigger this year too. And I said, can we AI it? So we went on whatever we went on and
we worked on it so hard.
we
to
really
do it. Yeah.
we did it, and we had a bunch of ones that they showed us, and we saved them, and then that was the one that we liked. We liked it because it was the Santa with the sunglasses, and there's an airplane, and it was just really cool. And I said, Santas are cool. Santas are cool people, and we need a cool pin for
Yeah.
them. And the Mrs. Claus has like a hooded. She almost looks like a little doll, but the Mrs. Claus pin has this hooded cape around her. It's really cute.
All right.
Riding Mrs. Claus, huh?
It kind of reminds me of the Holly Hobby. If you remember Holly Hobby back in the day, back in the 70s, that's what it reminds me of, a Holly Hobby doll.
So Santa Carl White says, yes, you can add a person to the app with the Cardia. And I believe you can because I know we've all used it here at our house. So
I know Carl White. Hi, Carl.
All right. Jenny Kringle says, I hear you have a special place for Mrs. Clauses to now sign up.
Yes, you can go to our website, Santa's. Go to santasmembership.com if you want to sign up for membership. But if you want your photo so customers can see you, go to nationwidesantas.com. That's where the customers go, nationwidesantas.com, and you'll see if you're in there or not. Just put your zip code and test it to see if you're in there. If you're not in there, email us your photo, and our email is
Santa@nationwidesantas.com.
Santa@nationwidesantas.com. Just email me your photos, Raylene. We all use the same email around here. It just makes it easier than having separate ones.
Yeah.
So just send it, and Raylene will put you on there.
Yes.
Oh, and make sure you put your city, your state, your zip code, and your phone number. Don't forget that info.
Oh, yeah.
Important information. Rick Rector says he's always looking there in North Carolina for a job. So you guys have anywhere in the North Carolina region?
Yeah, we're looking for a job.
Right now I'm looking for Garner, Cary, and I think and Durham as well.
Concord.
There you go, Rick.
Oh, yeah. Concord as well, too.
Okay, Ted Flynn's got a couple things here. One, he says that the pins alone are worth the membership price, and he also wants to know who is the best poker player in the office.
Oh, wow, that was
Donna.
Sorry.
The best poker player?
Not me.
Donna that works in my office, I met her through poker, and she works here. And, she's a very good player herself. She is she's a very feisty Rhode Island. Like I said, she's from Rhode Island. I don't know. In the office. Raylene, I wish she would play. She doesn't want to learn. She plays video poker.
Yeah, sitting in there.
And our last two comments are from Melissa Lynn Rickards, Santa
Hi,
Mel.
Melissa. Hi, Melissa.
Santa impersonator. And she says, Gina, I just want to thank you for always supporting us traditional bearded Santas as well, especially unique ones like me. Proud member of the Christmas Tattoo page.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, she is. Well, I have to tell you that we have a few women who portray Santa. And the thing about that is it's an acting job. This is an acting job. I mean, you can portray this. And a lot of the customers have no idea. I don't think they have any idea that Melissa, they think it's a Santa. They don't, does she tell them? I don't know. But I don't think they know that that's a woman there. They think that's Santa. And I think it's wonderful that she can put on that suit, because I've seen her, how she looks when she's Santa. My God, it's amazing. Just beautiful.
She is the ultimate professional. She has studied body language, mannerisms. When she puts that suit on, she completely transforms, and you cannot, I don't care who you are, you cannot tell that's a female in that suit. And her experience and her heart shines bright no matter what time of day or what time of night. She is absolutely phenomenal. Love you, sis.
It's beautiful. And I know Spangle, you're I'm so sorry, I forgot her name, but she used to do also,
Daisy.
Yes, I'm so sorry, forgot that name. But she did do Santa too. at sometimes. And I know that some of the husbands out there, they get double booked, and sometimes they don't, it didn't happen. It just, they got double booked and they tell their wives, you're going to have to dress up as Santa and get out there because I double booked. And that's usually how it happens.
Well, we had this great opportunity at Branson this year that we had a lot of people covering the school. We had the local news, we had the local newspaper, the television stations. We had a guy that is for Missouri something or another, and they got a 600,000 subscriber magazine. And then we had a lady from Chicago doing a documentary on the school, and we had a lady from Amsterdam doing a documentary on the school.
Wow.
And the lady from Amsterdam was about American Santas and how what they do and stuff like this. So I told her to really experience what it is to be an American Santa, we need to dress you up and take you out in the public. Now, this was because you were talking about Lady Santas.
Yes. Oh, wow.
I don't know if this comes in clear,
Full.
but there she was.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, trying to focus. There it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
And it was crazy because we went out trying to do different things, and I said, you got to find that moment where you really know that what it feels like to be Santa. We got all done with all the event and everything, went back to the hotel. They were getting ready, and she was getting ready and unready in my room. So I went in there, got her all set up to get unready, and I said, I'll meet you downstairs when you're, get changed back. And I walked out the door, closed the door, and then there was a little girl there, and I'm pounding on the door, Santa, are you still there? And she got that moment because it was a little child that was dealing with cancer.
Oh.
And this little girl, how she come running up to this picture's a little blurry, but how she just loves Santa.
Wow.
And you can just see it in her face.
It's how happy. Oh, look how happy she is.
Yeah, so she got that moment, and that was so cool because you got to have that moment if you're Santa.
You really do.
Yeah.
I know that. There are many moments like that.
She said that experience there was worth her whole trip coming over.
Oh.
Because you don't always get that moment right away or nothing,
No.
I want to apologize to Santa Mel. I said impersonator. I did not mean to say that. I meant to say portrayer. Portrayal.
Acting. It's an acting. Yeah, we're actors. When you go to events and you see other Santas at events, and Mrs. Claus, and I know they're new and they're coming out and they're taking notes. They're seeing how other Santas are looking, how their beards look, they're dressed, how they're acting, and the things that you say too. They want to hear what all the stories you have to say. They're just taking in that information, and there's a lot of input. Yeah, in the look of the Santa. I mean, if you look at the first time you did Santa as how you look now, my God, I bet you're embarrassed of the first time you did Santa and went out and how you look now. Not to say that Santas are bad. I'm just saying that as you evolve, you just get better and better and better, and you buy more things. Your belt, you're not wearing that vinyl belt that came with the suit that comes apart.
That sits all the way up here on you.
Yeah, that sits
with the tongue that flaps out there for
yes, and you have to have a bobby pin to hold it or something. Yeah, that. Or you're not wearing the spats that came with the suit. You're actually wearing real boots, and even the suit that didn't quite fit in the pant area, because they didn't give you enough room and they're really tight. And then you've got this tight jacket. You should have got a bigger size, and because those Santa suits sometimes run a little snugger, and unless they're made for you, then you want to get one that's true to size on that. But just evolving a Santa. Sometimes I look at a Santa and I say he's wearing the wrong suit. He's wearing the suit with the belt. He needs a jacket with the vest. He's taller and he needs that. Or sometimes with a shorter Santa, he if he has the jacket look, he appears taller. Also with the beard, if he has a short beard, he needs the fur going across his collar.
The big thick
so
fur.
It enhances the short beard because you don't want skin showing here, and you want to have that enhanced. Whereas a longer beard, like with you, Bob, you probably don't need the fur around the collar because it's really hot with your beard. On there, so you probably wear, I guess, more of the Coca-Cola suit that doesn't have the fur up and down the front, right? That has just the buttons.
Yeah.
So many different looks. And believe me, when Raylene and I see pictures all the time, Santas will say, "How do I look?" Don't ask us because we're
Don't
gonna
ask us.
unless you want to real.
Don't ask us.
We're gonna tell you. We're gonna tell you the truth.
We're gonna tell not.
And I will pick you apart. I don't mean to, but if your gloves are too short, I'm going to tell you your gloves are too short, and I'm going to tell you to go to Spangle and get the longer gloves.
Brutally honest.
Yeah, I am brutally honest. If I don't like your belt, I'm going to tell you. If I don't like your boots,
Not everyone.
if I don't like your hair, I don't like your whatever it is. If I don't like the glasses you're wearing,
Not everyone looks good in that old world pull-on suit either.
Nah, that's true. The
Not
one that
everyone.
pulls over their head with the hood, that is it looks like a dress.
Well, on really skinny Santas, it looks good.
But on the other Santas, they actually need the coat, a coat with the vest or something. But if you want our honest opinion, send us your photo, and I'll tell you the good points, and I'll tell you helpful hints on how to enhance your look. I'm not going to
We look at it every day.
We do.
There you have it, guys.
Even with Mrs. Claus too, we can help you.
Mike's got something he wants to show here.
He has that Galaxy. Is that Galaxy phone?
He got a flip phone out for us.
Oh my
Can
God.
you see that?
Yes.
Is that you?
That was me in the beginning.
See? Look at you.
Look at those big pants.
Look at what are you wearing?
You got the
You got
parachute.
the MC Hammer
You
pants
got the
on.
parachute Santa pants.
It's hammer time.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
Well, Gina, you mentioned boots a couple of times in that last few moments there. You know what? We got a couple of bills to pay, and so we're going to run these, and we'll be right back on the other side. Stay with us.
Okay.
Show's still on commercial.
All right, fantastic. I want to say thank you to King Risk Partners and Caboose for the help that they give us here on the TNL network platform. And let's go ahead and reveal tonight's trivia answers, because not only did your name go in the hat for both the school drawings, but Gina was giving away a membership to Nationwide Santas. So schoolofsantas.com, stuffforsanta.com, trivia for this week. In the movie Home Alone, who is Fuller? Fuller is Kevin's cousin. And why doesn't Kevin want to sleep with him? Because he is a bedwetter.
A bedwetter.
Who is Buzz? That's Kevin's brother. And what kind of pet did he have? It was a pet tarantula. And our winner, now this is kind of unique. Kane Smith is our winner for the trivia. But Kane won your membership last year.
He did.
He's opted to pass it along to the next correct answer winner, and that would be Troy Shiflett.
No, he didn't pass it along. I'm saying he already signed up.
Oh, it already signed up. I'm sorry. I misinterpreted what she was telling me.
That's okay. We'll just have to give away we'll just have to do two.
Okay.
We'll do two memberships. We'll do Kane. We'll just refund him his money, and then we'll do Troy.
Hey, Kane, how about that, brother? That's pretty cool.
Or you just want to do his membership for the next year?
Yeah, we'll just refund it. Okay, I'm sure he did it with PayPal. Just
He said he would pass it along. So.
Well, she's saying she's going to fix that though. So
I'm gonna fix it because that's what I do.
Since he had already paid. Since he
Yeah.
had already paid, he thought he would just pass it along. But
Gonna
if
make
you're
it
willing-
right.
Okay. Let's just do that. So Kane and Troy, Kane Smith and Troy Shiflett are our winners. Kane's name goes in the hat for both the drawings. Troy gets the second membership. So how's that? That works out great. Spangle,
make sure
any
Troy
closing
contacts
thoughts,
me.
man?
Have I what?
Got
Make
any
sure
closing thoughts?
Do I have any closing thoughts? These two ladies just blow my mind. We Gina is so just grace. I mean, just in a moment's notice, we can call her up, ask her, say, "Hey, will you do this for us? Will you do that for us? Or will you
Yeah.
help us make this happen or something?" And you know what? She does it, and she's still smiling.
And normally we have her on earlier in the year. As I said last year, it was a couple of months earlier than it is now because we know this time of year that you guys are so busy trying to do the placement for all the different jobs that are coming in. And Gina shared with me earlier that she picked up some new clients and she's got a lot of stuff going on, more so this year than ever, which is a good problem to have, I guess. But we do thank you, Gina and Raylene, and all the ladies in Nationwide Santas. You guys are phenomenal. You do such a great job, and we're always excited to have Gina on. She's one of our favorites always, and bubbly and fun. And we just, you know what?
And Bob, don't you want to invite Gina and her whole staff to come and dress up for the Halloween party?
We do have the Halloween party coming up, as we always do. So you guys think about what you want to do there. If you can make it, let us know. It's always fun, and you guys always have great costumes, and so that's something to think about there, right?
Is it
We
live?
would, we would love to. We would love to. I know I missed last year because I was so busy, but we would love to do something.
Well, if you can make it this year, we would love to have you back, and we're going to have a past winner that has won more than once threw their name in to come in and be one of the co-hosts for the show. So it won't be just me and Spangle this year. We'll also have Santa Mel in the studio with us. And then we've got a couple of people that we've already got in mind for our judges this year. And I'm going to be reaching out to them here in the next week or so. So things are moving right along there.
So, anyways, thank you, Gina, for being our guest tonight.
Always, always. And I got to say, Gina, your shows are always some of our top performing shows. Folks love to watch you, love to come on. We've had a great audience tonight. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. And let's go ahead and run through real quick and tell folks about our shows coming up this week, Spangle.
Okay, we have Bob and Phoenix on Monday. Phoenix continues his series on character development with special guest star Randall Checkerly.
Well, and that changed this afternoon. Of course, you were late getting into the green room, so I didn't get a chance to go over this with you. But actually, Randy is going to be doing a segment this week. He's going to throw back to last year, the TIPS segment that he was doing, Santa Shorts, Magical Look into Holiday Performing. Now, he'll be filling in for me every other week for the rest of the year. That'll be 5 appearances starting next week, and he will be doing that series each week. So that's something new to come in, join us on Monday, and check that out. Bob will have the day off, and like I say, 5 times he's going to fill in for me.
All right, Bob.
And we got Mondays, also got Sean White and the Claus Connect.
Hey, and don't forget that Tuesdays we have the Tuesday Night Live show right here. Bob, Spangle, and Angela.
That's right.
What else are you going to do on a Tuesday night?
7 p.m. right here as always. And also don't forget that we got coming up on Wednesday.
Wednesday nights we have Kringle Time with the Kringle Brothers.
That's right. This week's episode, The History of Santa and Christmas. Also, cannot forget Santa's Magical Fellowship Group. This week, Melissa presents a 2-hour polar opposite special open mic night. That's going to be a great one.
Okay, coming new in March of 2026, we have the Couple Claus, Santa's Workshop, the Santa, Doug, and Jenny Kringle, and Santa Chris, and Kim Terry. That's going to be good. So make sure you tune in for that.
TNL Network will have, starting next year, 8 shows total. We just continue to grow. So kick up your heels, join in the fun, all powered by TNL Network Productions. Tell everyone good night, Spangle.
Good night, Spangle.
Thank you, and we appreciate you. Remember to join us for our next Tuesday Night Live each week, 7 p.m. Central. Same Claus time, same Claus channel. Count your blessings, not your sorrows. Have a blessed week on behalf of everyone, including Nationwide Santas, Raylene, and Gina, and the whole crew. We love you, and we'll see you next week.
Stay in the green room.
Thank you, everyone. Woo!
Stay in the green room. Thank you, Angela.
Bye. Good night. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Bob. Thank you.